Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I want to make a quick enlightenment video real quick because I haven't been doing one in a while. Just been um doing stuff and living life and crap and stuff and everything. Just been doing me, doing my thing, focusing on myself. So always focus on myself. Seriously, always focus on you, right? Because yeah, always focus on you. Anyways, these are some of the stuff that they showed us that they told us that's about us. Basically, this is like a video about a lot of things I've seen over the years that are enlightened and spiritual, but also tell you who you are at the same time. So let's talk about that. So I don't have a list or anything like that for me to talk about something like this. And not to say I'm not going to do that Beetlejuice video that I mentioned before with the Hey Uncle Sacred Clown. I will do that, just not right now. I want to get more prepared for that and everything like that before I do that. So you can look at that as like the main event or something like I don't know, whatever you want to feel like. But moving on, Terminator. Let's talk about Terminator for a minute. Terminator is a movie about these wicked ones, these orcs, fighting against us. That's why they depict us in that movie the way they depict us, with being an unstoppable force. Even though they didn't use a brother, they used Arnold Schwarzenegger. But once his whole skin was off, all you saw was a metallic person, basically. Their their skeleton was was an exoskeleton, basically, and that's what the skeletons we have. We have those skeletons, yes. If you meditate and you do your tai chi and all that stuff, if you do that constantly, your body gets upgraded. And not just that, also, um, what is it, from the stuff that comes from on the planet herself, and also things that come from the cosmos that is feeding us also, and then the cosmos itself, basically, because everyone's getting all this energy, that's coming from different types of suns all over the galaxy, and all in different universes and in different realms. So look at that, because it's all working together. So you can just imagine how many suns, how many moons, and how many planets we have, just by thinking of not just this galaxy, but all the galaxies, and not just all the galaxies, all the realms. Also, each realm has like a galaxy. We'll have well, look at that. It came out of my mouth. Look at that. Might as well go for it, right? We'll have a galaxy. We'll have planets, and we'll have a sun, moon, and shit. So hey, there's a reason why it came out of my mouth. When I heard that, I was like, huh, well, okay. Sometimes you say stuff and then all of a sudden something comes out and you be like, oh shit. It's your higher self. Your higher self is trying to help you here. So that's the only one that can help you. Okay, seriously. But moving on. So in Terminator, this whole story about this guy going back in time. It's funny too, because when you really when you really analyze the video, the movie and the series, it's really that a kid that grew up, that knew he was going to fight these beings, basically, went to war, fight these Terminators, basically, and then what else? He sent a guy that he sent a guy back in time to protect his mom, to make sure she doesn't die, because they were about to send a Terminator after his mom, so to kill her so he won't be born, basically. you know but the guy that he sent to save his mom was actually his daddy. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that too. There's a lot of shit that goes into that's like almost Titan type level, Titans and gods type level, or actually more Titans, more deities type level. So it kind of sounds something like that. Something that obviously these beings can't do. Only we can, obviously. If you're, what was it, so-called color, so-called Afro, basically, or in so-called black, basically. So anything, anything else I could talk about with Terminator before I can keep going with other stuff? Um, I did point out it's an unstoppable killing machine. Like we're unstoppable. We can't be stopped. If we need to fight, we have to fight. If we, hey, we could be peaceful, obviously. But when it comes to a lot of shit that's happening to us, basically, when you get picked on to the point that you getting picked on as what we are getting picked on, then some shit is gonna happen. Some shit is gonna happen, and already stuff is about to happen soon. Some things are about to pop off. If you haven't really noticed, if you haven't been paying attention, you you be shocked when this shit pops off because it is about to pop off. Like I've said this before a whole bunch of times. Um I could shut this video off, and then it can happen literally once I shut it off. Or it can happen right now while I'm talking. It's up to the planet, obviously, because we already know what time it is. And the thing is too, I wanna talk about something real quick. Just a little tab right there. All this stuff about the fucking president shit, which I'm ignoring. But you know what's funny? What caught my attention? The fact that they're talking about the election, or they talk about debating each other, but there's no reason to do it around this time. Wouldn't you want to do it like around close to November or something like that? Basically, or wouldn't you want to do it for last year to hype people up, basically, to get into it, to distract people more, basically? You know? See, the reason it's sus is because they don't have no time. They have no time anymore. They don't know what to do anymore. They're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. They can't make a timeline for themselves anymore. Every time they try to do, it stopped. They can't do anything. They don't know what they're doing anymore. You know? And some of our brothers and sisters that look like us that went to that side, you know, and decided to do stupid fucking shit, wicked shit, we're gonna kick your fucking ass. Okay? We're gonna kick your fucking ass. We're gonna kick your ass. I'm dead serious. Sorry, I'm just organizing stuff around me. I am like that sometimes. I have to touch things sometimes. But moving on. So other than that bullcrap, let's move on to the Dark Crystal. That movie, I've always praised that movie like crazy. And the TV show. There's a reason why they didn't make a season 2 in that show, which I was pissed off about, but I knew why they didn't do it. Not pissed off, but disappointed. But I knew why they were not going to do it, you know? So, and that show came out in 2019, and it's all about literally rebelling against your foes. The whole point of that season was literally telling you that we are going to rebel against these motherfuckers, you know? And then you have one of the main Skeksis, the Emperor, literally. It's like your rebellion will only end in ruin, you know? And then the Gelfling's like, then why do you tremble? And then disrespectful peer. You know, it's just it's just the language of the language is what gets me sometimes. Because we talked like that. And they talked like that to us too, man. We talked very fancy. A lot of people seem to forget that. But remember, we're royalty. Not all of us could be kings and queens, obviously, but we're still royalty. You know? I already know that I'm a sacred clown naga. I already know that. No one has to tell me any differently. All right, seriously. I already told you guys that I've with that video that glitched out on me and my higher self showed for just for a minute, and I was looking at that video and I'm over here like, holy shit, you know, you know. And once I saw those naga eyes, I knew, I instantly knew. And you could, and I even seen reptilian eyes. I've literally seen reptilian eyes in Holyoke when I was walking around one day in Halloween. And it was spooky. It was Halloween, right? I was hanging out with my friend, and all of a sudden, I remember telling this story. I was just passing by, and I just see somebody with fucking slit eyes and shit like that. I'm over here like, what? I couldn't remember if it was a brother or an orc. I can't remember because you know how sometimes they're all beings out here that will look like us, but they're not us. Okay, you gotta be cautious around here, guys. There's some motherfuckers around here. There's some motherfuckers around here, and they're not supposed to be on this planet. They're not. They're just here to fuck shit up. And that's the one thing a lot of people seem to forget, that the main motherfucker looks like you and me. It's not these white people. They're dogs. They're lap dogs. They're bullshit people. They really are. It's their children. You see, going back to the Titans and the gods. The gods made the white people, basically. The Titans never made them. The Titans created the gods, but the Titans never created the humans. Hell no. We never created the humans. The gods did because they wanted to be worshipped. They wanted to be worshipped. And then some of them realized there were other ways, I'm sure, but other ones kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. You see, the ones that got out of that saw the implications of them going deeper and deeper, and they were like, nah, 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 that's fucked up. You know, they'd be like, I know I'm doing fucked up things, but that's even more fucked up, basically. You know, that's why you get those little anti-heroes and anti-villains, basically, in these shows and movies. People love those type of people, to be quite honest with you. It's just that's just the way it is in real life. People love those type of people. It's like a redemption type of thing or something like that. Well, also shows that no one's not perfect, and that's fine. No one's not perfect. I don't know why some people might think that. That's the thing. Everyone always has this fantasy of these gods and titans being perfect. No, they're not. They look perfect, but we make mistakes, guys. We make mistakes sometimes, but not in the order of the cosmos. No, 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 no. We don't. Not in the order of the cosmos, obviously. Seriously, we would never disobey the cosmos. We would never disobey Mama. At least for me, I would never do that. You kidding me? You want me to fucking get smacked by Mama? I want to get smacked by my physical mother than my spiritual mother. To be quite honest with you, man. But I know some people will be like, but it's the same. They're the same being and everything like that. I'm like, I already know that. I already know that. And the fact that you can know that too, high five. You know what? High five. High five. High five. Because every woman out here that you see that is in the carbon realm that you call so-called Afro-Hispanic, Puerto Ricans, Afro-Salvadorians and Dominicans and so-called black people, all of these people, all of the all, all of us are related to each other. Okay, all of us are. And I've said this once before, and I keep saying it again. I don't care, but that's what we are. And there's some brothers and sisters out here that are noticing that all Afro-Hispanic, like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all that, are starting to notice that they're a part of the black people, so-called black people. And I'm over here like, yeah, guys, of course. Why are you guys noticing this now? But in a way, I'm happy they're noticing now because now they're going to be like, oh, okay, this is the reason why we are treated like shit. And it's like, yes, you guys have always been treated like shit. I knew this shit even when I was a kid. I wanted to, when I was a kid, you know how you're a kid and you don't want to think like that and you just push it away? Then you come back to it when you're older and you'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? This is still here? I thought we got out of this. Apparently not. Because everyone wants to be a fucking dumbass. You know? And this goes deeper than just living your life. A lot of people think that, oh, this is nothing. This is just a group of people that it's just a group of us that lives on a planet and we'll dealt with these pedophiles and all this shit. Nothing more. Nothing's really that grand or epic or shit like that. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? You don't know what shit we're in, dude. You you think something small, but it's something that is the just not even the top of the iceberg. Even what I'm talking about to you is not even the tip of the iceberg. We're not even fucking goddamn there. Because if we go to the tip of the iceberg, you know what we'll find? Everything that belongs to us. A world without them. A world without these wicked ones. And they cannot fathom that. They do not. They do not. They do not. I'm sorry, did someone catch me? No. They do not want this to happen. They do not want to leave. They're trying to find a place, though. They're trying to find a place. And when I mean leave, I mean literally dead. They don't want to die off. I mean, I can understand that, but what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? There's just a lot of things here. And then a lot of people think too that, oh, just because someone else said this and other people said it doesn't mean it's actually true. Like the whole thing of like what's going to happen to us and what's going to happen to them, basically. A lot of people are like, that's fucked up and everything like that. But I'm over here like, don't you know your history? But you're just gonna say that, oh, that's just what's it called? What do people say it every time? Um, every time people try to say that we rebelling or some shit like that, they try to be like, oh, that's just that black shit or something like that. I'm over here like, what the fuck is what's wrong with you guys? They keep saying that, oh, it's that black supremacy type shit. I'm over here like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or just because they were born on the land doesn't mean they need to take everything. I'm over here like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And this is from our people, by the way, our people. I'm over here like, so you don't want anything? What are you talking about? It's sad. It's sad. And the reason sometimes I need to put my voice like Patrick is because that's how they sound like. Patrick from SpongeBob. And let's go to SpongeBob real quick since I mentioned him. That bikini toe, that bikini bottom type shit. There's a reason why there's an animated series called SpongeBob, and it's still holding on, and they still making movies of it. Most people are like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm talking about?" If you know, you know. I don't have to go deep into that. Shit, King Kong and Godzilla are fucking goddamn real. The Hollow Earth shit is real. This is the type of world we're gonna be in. And the thing is, Kong and Godzilla are represents of you and me, basically. Godzilla is literally a naga. It's a naga. And then just use Kong because they go back to that whole stereotype of saying that we're monkeys. They still do that. That's why they depict Kong like that. That's why King Kong made so much money back in 1933. See that number, 33? And then they made a movie called King Kong. That movie, when you look back at that movie, it's magnificent, but it's obviously you knew what type of movie it was. You knew it was a whole bunch of white men going to a land that they're not supposed to. It's straight up right there in Kong. It literally is there. It's even in Kong Skull Island. Straight up a whole bunch of fucking white people going to an island. But they had a brother there too. Yeah, I know. They're telling you that too. Because there's other beings that look like our brothers and sisters. And not saying they're not our brothers and sisters, but they have some of them have evil intentions to the point that they want to stay here. And they'll be like, no, you can't stay here, bro. You can't stay here. You can chill a bit and everything like that, but you can't stay here. That's like me going to your own house. Do you want me to stay in your house? No? Okay, then get the fuck out. Get out. No, man, this place looks nice. No, get the fuck out. You're just jealous because what we have, and you wish you had it. The reason you don't have it is because the universe saw your stupid ass, and they were like, "Nah, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it." You know, that's what they're saying. We're literally telling our other brothers and sisters that went to the wicked side, saying that you don't deserve to all of this. You know, you don't deserve to all of this because you wasn't born for it, and that's not a bad thing. But some of you are so, so. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What do you want me to say? It's kind of worrisome. A whole bunch of beings that look like you and me decided to just turn wicked one day because I was bored, basically. 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 No, basically. Because these people do not care. And the thing is, um and the thing is going back to these orcs. These orcs are just like going back, they're just puppets. They're just puppets. I've said this before and I said it again, they're just using you. They are just using you. They're using you as food also. You guys can never get that. But guys get so scared of it. You get so scared of it because you're the ones because you truly realize that field of you in a field that anyone can just attack you in. You have no friends, basically. You have no friends. You have no friends, basically. It's crazy. Think about this. If I made an image, literally, if I made an image how small you guys are compared to them and us, especially us. I mean, there's a lot of those wicked ones, yes, but there's not a lot of them compared to us. We're everywhere in every corner. I am dead serious. We are the wind. We are the fucking. We are the grass. You step on us, we can, like, literally, man. When they step foot on this planet, we were able to literally just grab these motherfuckers from the ground and pull them down and let them die before they reached to a point that they could fight us. Because the ground itself, when she's she's awakening more and more and more. You guys have no idea that the planet can literally kill beings that are not supposed to be here. She can do that. She will morph into a monster and then freaking grab you and pull you down. She doesn't care if you're not part of this planet. She will do that. Oh, how come she hasn't done it? It's because of us. We need to evolve, so she will evolve to the point that she could do things that we could do, and then we're gonna do it too. It's a cycle. She does it, we do it. She does it, we do it. We do it. She does it, and all that. It's a cycle. We're giving her energy, and she's giving us energy, just like the energy that she's giving off right now in the sun and all the planets are around us. Basically, we just go like, even for that moment right there, helps a lot. You don't have to be there for an hour. You don't even have to be. You don't have to be. No one's not forcing you to be there for an hour. You just be there for just like a few seconds, man. Few seconds does a lot. It does a lot. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you might feel like you're lacking and all that stuff sometimes, but if you're going like taking those little breaks now and then, it's still adding to it. You're adding to your walk, basically. You know, because it's all about doing the walk. You always got to do the walk. Because if you don't, then I don't know. You know, I don't I don't know. But moving on, let's talk about another movie or another show. Um, the thing is, let me talk about the Dark Crystal one more time. There's a crystal and a sword, and in some shows and movies, and also in books, which is funny, they talk about a sword, a crystal, and a book. I've always noticed that, and it's funny too, because my higher self sword, my higher self sword has a crystal on it, and it's purple. And I was told that crystal. I remember telling the story a long time ago, but I got to do it again in 2024. Might as well tell you guys this again. I had that crystal in my sword, in my higher self sword, and I found out that that crystal was the whole. You know how they call it the Big Bang? That crystal was just floating there, and then all of a sudden, when the happened, it just disappeared. It just disappeared. That's what I was told. That's what I was told from my higher self. I'm like, holy shit! When I saw this higher soul, when it was given to me, because I literally meditated one day, and I put, and all of a sudden I see this light, and I was projecting it too, so we was like sinking in, and then I saw stairs, and I started going up the stairs, and I see like, like people around me, some ladies and some brothers and sisters basically, and then I go to my higher self. I see my higher self up there. He literally gives me a sword and has the crystal on it, and I can just imagine and watching it right now. I'm like looking at this, like holy crap. And it's funny too because my higher self looks, I always look, obviously look different, obviously, but I'm saying that my higher self looked different before what he looks like now. Doesn't look like that. I don't look like that, basically. I look more like, what is it? I look more like this now, basically. Um, my tail has evolved. I've evolved, and my higher self. When you evolve, your higher self evolves. You look different every time. Look at Godzilla. Every time he evolves over the years, he always looks different. So moving on, when I got that sword, I was just like, holy shit. And then my higher self just told me that that sword was around before this whole thing was created, basically. And I'm only here like, huh. you know, and that always stuck with me. That always stuck with me, you know, and it's one of the reasons why I still draw it to this day. And I don't know if it has to be around. Huh. I have my books right here, actually. So let me see. I know I drew myself here not that long ago. Obviously, you guys seen these pictures that I showed you, especially this one, since I put a video about it. And there's the sword right next to my plush monster Cargo. That's my higher self sword right there. And I've been having it for a long, long time. I say when I first got it was around what year is it today? No, seriously. Uh, 2024. Okay. Because sometimes I'm like, huh? We're doing years again? um, that's how you know that shit's dying off. Time, dates, years, and all that. That shit's dying off. And when you tell people that, they get scared, man. They get scared. They automatically want to defend it. Automatically wanted to hold it. Not even, and some of them don't want to fathom it. And I'm over here like, are you good? Are you okay? And I'm over here acting crazy or talking crazy. It's like the movie in Scott Pilgrim when Scott kind of acts gayish, and his gay friend is over here like, I can't believe you think I'm gaying up to the place. I'm over here like, fuckers. By the way, the Scott Pilgrim movie shows everything how the spiritual realm is. You know how he's doing that video game stuff and everything like that? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. There's even parts of this realm that's literally like RPGs. I'm dead fucking serious. Okay? That's why when some of us we resonate with these RPG games, like playing as a knight or creating your own party members or something like that, it's because you did that shit in back in the day, man. You did that back in the day, man. That was so awesome. That was so fucking awesome. Because all these video games tell you something, gameplay wise and everything like that, especially these movies. All right? So you got to pay attention to that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like to think about that stuff because they just want to watch a movie and that's it. But whatever. So let's see. Moving on. Yeah, I showed you my higher self sword already. I drew a lot of sigils here and everything like that. And my what was it? Yeah, I should not go more further than I should not go more than what I am doing right now with this video. But as I should end this video, I should end this video with something that I would like to talk about too. Um, well, what other movie I could talk about? I'm sorry. What other movie I could talk about? I mean, they're right in front of me right now. I've talked about it earlier, but Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla and Kong are great examples of what we are. All right, and what happened to us, man. Oh, there's another thing too, man. I don't know if this is going to get. I don't know if this is going to get put down. I do not know if this video is going to get taken down because there was a picture. There was a picture, guys, that I found that someone did something. Someone did something, right? I was looking at, I would put serpents on Google one day, and I was just scrolling, looking at pictures at it because I was just basically because since I was, what is it? Since I drew this, and I called it the serpent because it was since I have my plush monsters with me, and then that's my tail because now my tail has evolved. I could just move it in the back of me, almost like in a video game, which is pretty cool. But when I, swing my tail, they swing basically with it, you know. So when I was looking that up, I was on Google basically, and I was just looking at that. I was just again going back. I was just typing in, putting serpents and all that stuff to get my creative juices going to see a bit like, hey, how could I just put this? And I'm like, how could I draw this basically? Do I make it like zigzaggy or something like that, or straight up or something like that? I was just thinking basically. sometimes I like to go on Google and type what I want to draw, or type what I'm thinking of what it is, to get more creative juices in my head, to be like, oh, I could do this, oh, I could do that, ooh, you know. So I like to be creative like that. So always be creative, guys. Always be creative. Get those get that brain going, basically. So I saw this when I put a serpent, and then they say serpent in the garden, and they admitted that the serpent in the garden looks like this. Look at that. You see that? Most people be like, "Oh, that's a reptilian. That's a naga. That's a different version of a naga." Most people are like, "Why would you say that?" Oh, I don't know. You see something like this, right? And then all of a sudden, they make movies about this motherfucker. Put two to two together. Just saying. Just saying. And shout out to Remedy H. Shout out to Sema. Didn't he say that we're dragons standing right up? You mean like Godzilla? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And no, it doesn't have peacock feathers on top. It's just the background. And then look, there's a golden apple on top. And the thing is, it's not even fucking. They're all golden apples. Yes, they're all golden apples in real life. Yes, but people might think that that's the um fruit of knowledge and stuff like that. The fruit that Adam and Eve cannot eat. Um, it wasn't a fucking apple. It was a mushroom. It was a mushroom. It was a mushroom. If you've taken shrooms and it opened you up that way you're supposed to, then you were innocent and overstand and understand. Oh shit! It was actually a mushroom, not a fucking apple. So, and most people might be like, well, what type of mushroom? Any mushroom that literally gets you high, basically, or opens you up, basically. So, and you can still do shrooms. I've done shrooms plenty of times. You know, not to the extent that it's like, oh, I do it every day. No, I'm not addicted to it and everything like that. No. I'm literally, I just say that, like, once in a blue moon, basically. You know, it's like a ritual, basically, that I do. It is. It's something that I do because I'm honoring them, basically. You gotta honor those people because without those people, you won't even fucking know all of this stuff. And some of them are you. Those are you. They're you at the end of the day. You guys came and see me playing with my Godzilla toy. What are you, 5? But yo, look at us, man. Look at us, man. We're badass. This is why they're scared of us. And that's why I talked about the Terminator movie. He kept getting shot and never went down. And then they squashed him. A robot from the future got squashed. I don't, that makes no sense. That doesn't make sense in the movie narrative standpoint. He's from the future, then he got squashed by a normal thing from the past. What? And this guy couldn't even die from bullets. What? 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 But they got to do that shit. You know why? Because it's a movie and it needs to end. But shit doesn't end in real life. It keeps going and going and going. Like how video games keep going and going and going. Look at that. But moving on. That's it. That's really it. That's all I want to show you guys. Be safe. Be safe. Um, I will do that Beetlejuice video soon. Not right now. I still want to grab a lot of things and all that stuff with the Heyonka and all that. I've talked about a lot of stuff to Heyonka, so I will probably grab some of my old stuff and put it with some of the new stuff that I will learn later. I want to research more of it, see if I can find anything new and everything like that. So always like to see if there's some that I miss or something that people found out or something like that, or something that I found out, basically. So there's always that. But always think for yourself also. Don't be like, oh, okay, and just know if there's something sketchy, most likely it is. Okay, so it's always good to focus on you and be discerning for yourself. Basically, no one else is not going to do that but for you. All right. So what? Take care of you guys. Seriously, take care of you guys. Know thyself. Keep meditating, build, and all that shit, man. So be safe.